Why do your poached eggs always turn out wrong? You lower the heat, add vinegar, and carefully slide the egg into the water. Yet you still end up with wispy egg whites, cloudy water, and a broken yolk. But the truth is, making a perfectly poached egg is much easier than most people think. Today, I'm going to share a few simple techniques that can completely transform your results. No more broken yolks. No more messy, wispy egg whites. Just a silky, tender egg white wrapped perfectly around a rich, runny yolk. Once you learn this method, you may never poach eggs the old way again. First, prepare a few shallow plates. The shallower the plate, the better your poached eggs will turn out, because it almost completely eliminates the drop from the plate into the water. Add a little water to each plate, just enough to cover the surface. This thin layer of water acts as a gentle cushion, preventing the egg from sticking to the plate while helping it keep its natural shape before it goes into the pot. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. Now, let's prepare the pot for poaching the eggs. It's best to use a medium-sized pot with sides that aren't too tall, so you can easily keep an eye on the eggs while they cook. Pour water into the pot. When poaching eggs, use plenty of water rather than just a shallow layer. A deeper pot of water helps maintain a stable temperature and gives the eggs enough room to cook gently. This is the secret step that many people overlook. Don't crack the egg directly onto a plate or drop it straight into the pot. Instead, gently crack the egg into a fine mesh strainer. Then give the strainer a gentle shake. You'll see the thin, watery egg white drain through the mesh. In fact, this simple step alone can eliminate nearly 80% of the reason poached eggs don't turn out beautifully. The more watery egg white you remove, the firmer, rounder, and more attractive your poached egg will be. Once the watery egg white has drained away, gently transfer the egg to the shallow plate you prepared earlier. Take a close look. At this point, the remaining egg white wraps snugly around the yolk, keeping the egg compact and beautifully shaped even before it touches the water. The watery egg white you've strained off is still perfectly usable, so don't throw it away. You can add it to omelets, soups, fried rice, or steamed dishes to boost the protein content and give them a softer texture. By now, the water has come to a boil. Reduce the heat until it's just at a gentle simmer. If the water is boiling too vigorously, the egg is more likely to break apart and lose its shape. Now comes the most debated question of all. Should you add vinegar to the water when poaching eggs? With this method, I don't use vinegar. Vinegar is only a helpful aid. It's not the key to perfect poached eggs. What really matters is the technique. Using fresh eggs, straining away the watery egg white, controlling the water temperature properly, and using a shallow plate. Now, gently lower each egg into the water. Remember, don't drop the egg in from a height. Lower it in slowly to help it keep its shape. Once the eggs are in the water, leave them alone. Don't stir, don't touch them. Let the eggs cook naturally. Then remove the lid. You'll see perfectly poached eggs. No foam, no wispy egg whites, no mess at all. Using a slotted spoon, gently lift the eggs out of the water. The egg white is silky smooth and perfectly cooked, wrapping snugly around the rich, runny yolk inside. The result is a velvety, golden yolk that's irresistibly creamy and luscious. Now, let's make a rich, flavorful sauce to turn these silky poached eggs into a complete and satisfying meal. First, prepare 100 grams of ground chicken. Ground chicken cooks quickly, absorbs seasonings beautifully, and gives the sauce a wonderfully tender texture. Next, prepare the aromatics. Finely mince the garlic and chop the white parts of the green onions. Dice the onion into small cubes and place it on a large plate ready to use. Just like the onion, dice the carrot and bell pepper into small cubes. Then place them on the same plate with the onion, ready to use later. Crush the garlic, then finely mince it. If you like a little heat, you can also add a few chili peppers. These ingredients form the flavor base of the sauce, releasing a rich, savory aroma the moment they hit the hot oil. Which country are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment below. It's great that we can connect with each other from all over the world. Finely chop the green onions and place them on a plate. We'll add them at the end to preserve their fresh color and delicate flavor. Finally, dice the tomatoes and place them on a plate. And that's it. All the vegetables are prepped and ready to go. Now it's time for the part I've been looking forward to the most. Now, heat a pan over medium heat, then add a little cooking oil. Once the oil is hot, add the garlic and onion. Sauté until fragrant. This is where the dish really comes to life. As the garlic and onion sizzle in the hot oil, they release a warm, savory aroma that builds the perfect flavor base and instantly awakens the appetite. Add the ground chicken, breaking it up as you stir. Cook until the chicken is no longer pink and just begins to firm up. This helps lock in the chicken's natural juices, keeping it tender, juicy, and full of flavor. Add the diced carrots. Stir-fry over high heat for a few minutes until they're about 70% cooked. This helps the carrots retain a slight crunch, so they won't become too soft in the later steps. Which country are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment below. It's great that we can connect with each other from all over the world. Next, add the bell peppers and tomatoes. Stir everything together and cook just until the vegetables are tender, while still keeping their vibrant color and beautiful shape. At this point, the tomatoes begin to release their naturally sweet and tangy juices, giving the sauce even more depth of flavor. Next, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder to the pan for a richer, more flavorful dish. Don't forget to add 1 teaspoon of chili sauce. It gives the dish a beautiful color and an extra boost of flavor. I also like to add a splash of annatto oil when cooking the chicken. I love the rich color and extra flavor it brings. How about you? If you're not a fan of annatto oil, feel free to leave it out. Stir everything together over medium heat. You'll see the sauce gradually thicken as the ingredients release their juices. It becomes glossy, rich, and coats every ingredient evenly, the perfect sign that your sauce is ready. At this point, the aroma is absolutely irresistible. Rich, savory, slightly sweet, with a gentle warmth from the black pepper. Finish by sprinkling the chopped green onions over the top for a pop of color and a fresh burst of flavor. Give everything one final stir to combine. Once the sauce reaches your desired consistency, turn off the heat and transfer it to a serving plate. Then, gently place the poached eggs on top of the sauce. You can also spoon a little extra sauce over each egg, coating them evenly for even more flavor. And now for the best part, cutting into the poached egg. The yolk slowly flows out, rich, golden, silky smooth, and as creamy as melted butter. As it mingles with the hot, flavorful sauce, everything comes together perfectly. The richness of the egg, the bold, savory sauce, and the natural sweetness of the vegetables create a melt-in-your-mouth bite that's simply irresistible. It's a simple dish, yet incredibly nutritious, beautiful to serve, and sure to satisfy everyone at the table. And that's the end of today's video. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please share it with your family and friends. And be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for your support. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.